Spirit1. My name is Olivia Presti, and for the next 2-ish hours, I will be your guide through an exploration of TMU's creative and audio talent showcased on Spirit Live and beyond. What's that? They don't know what Spirit Live is? Well, do you ever walk through the RCC and think, man, what the heck are those people doing with the headphones and the microphones, or, what's playing in the TVs here in the Allen Slate? Well, that, my friend, is Spirit Live in action. Spirit Live is a 24-hour-a-day, 7 days a week internet broadcaster featuring original content produced by students of RTA here in the RCC. It's a platform to create and publish media showcasing all the skills and creativity we learn here in RTA. Some of our very own Spirit Live shows will be joining us and talking about exactly what it means for them to be a part of RTA. We'll be playing some games and giving us the inside scoop on what goes on behind the scenes. Along the way, we will be blessed by some wonderful musical talent. You guys are here already. I love that. And on that note, no pun intended, please welcome to the Allen Slate, Vandals! Woo!
Hi guys, how's it going? Good. Sorry, I'm nervous. He's a patient and he's patient. They lobotomize his brain. You can read him in the paper. I bet you recognize his name. He's got a funny sounding accent. He can only tell the time. So when you hear his voice speaking, you know he's really lost his mind. Funny thing about the situation is that he looks just like you. Wearing his hands in his pocket, always told what to do. So if you want to change your mindset, wrote a script you can read out. Fuck up and did it again. Never listen to your heart, but the blame on you, you shot. Able to use you need vocation till it's all the same to you tonight. 'Cause you laced it, you wasted, you never could be patient. He's got a missionary's handbook that he reads from time to time. But you can never dare to love. You will surely lose your mind. Just really gotta turn a secret that he never could unveil. Maybe if he puts them away, they will leave his ass alone. Put the blame on you, you shot. You're able to use you need vocation till it's all the same to you tonight. 'Cause you laced it, you wasted, you never could be patient. Thank you, thank you. Are we supposed to talk at all, or? Oh, well, hi. Thanks for coming, everyone. Thanks for having us for your live. It's a very cool setup here. Okay. you. I noticed right before my E string broke, so then I ran to a Toronto guitar school, got a free pack of strings, putting on the E string, snapped again. So then I used the A string and tuned it down, but it sounds kind of weird, so I don't know. Funny story. And we have one more song for you guys. Hope you like it. It's kind of badass. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for coming. And I'm looking forward to hearing the other bands.
That's definitely harder than RTA 211. Lana knows what I'm talking about. Thank you so much to Vandals. I would actually love it if you guys could maybe introduce yourselves to the audience.
I'm Lachlan, rhythm guitar player, lead singer guy.
I don't think our mics are on. Are these on? Yeah. I'm Noah.
I'm Cam. I play lead guitar. I'm Hunter. I'm a drummer.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, there's a lot of audio talent here at TMU, like we just saw. But it isn't just music that makes up the audio world. I mean, it's radio too. That's what the R in RTA stands for, radio. Next up, joining us is a Tara award-winning show, For Example. And here's a quick example of what they do.
Hi, Fork Samplers.
If anyone needs a little bit of joy and whimsy in your life, we're going to be here to provide that. I agree, man. That's, yeah.
I love that
awesome.
song.
That's just really awesome. Sample. Yes. Stop playing with the riot. If we go over here to camera 5. Oh!
Let's talk about music.
Yeah, let's talk about music.
Hey, next song. Let's get it, DJ.
Hi, Fork Samplers.
Do you ever notice how a lot of your favorite songs sound kind of eerily similar to other songs? Or that one guy on TikTok who has like the one video and then the video next to it and he compares them? Or do I just spend too much time on TikTok? Anyway, our next guests, for example, they dissect the world of sampling and music. So please welcome, we have Maddie Cueva.
Hi, hello.
Evan Weisberger.
Hi.
And Alex Dashwood.
Yeah.
So I would love it if we could maybe just do some quick introductions, maybe talk about what you do for the show, and we'll start with Maddie.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yes. So hi, I'm Maddie. I'm the creator, also producer, also co-writer, co-host, and now board operator for this season, for example. Yeah. Amazing. Go to you.
I'm Evan. I am one of the other co-hosts and also writer, I guess. And I am also the camera operator, so any visual gags on our show, that's me.
I'm Alex. I do those two things that they do as well. And this season, I'm our resident music producer.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So I'm doing that.
That's so cool. So we talked a bit before, and this is your fourth year, right? All of you?
Yes.
Are all in your fourth year?
Yes.
And you've been doing this since first year, which I think is amazing. We joked, I was like, they're like the Simpsons of RTA because they're kind of like the longest running, currently airing show. Anyways, my question is, why did you start this and why do you keep doing it?
Oh, I guess I'll take this. Okay, so this actually started off, to all the RTA heads, this started off as a 104 podcast, and my lab instructor, she was like, I think this is a really good idea. Oh, it was also Tara nominated, mind you. The winner of that is sitting in is sitting in the crowd
no
right
way.
now.
Shout out.
Shout outs to Ostasina. Yeah, so it started off as a 104 podcast, and my instructor was like, oh my god, I think this is kind of awesome. I think you have something here. Maybe try doing it as a radio show. There's Spirit Live. And I was like, oh my god, that sounds like the best opportunity to do that because we can play music, like any music, without getting copyright stricken, other than YouTube. But yeah, so I started off as that, and then I brought these two along, and we kind of just, I don't know, we saw it evolve and grow, and we loved doing it every year, every semester, and that was kind of just, every episode we kind of just got better at doing it, and I feel like that was why we keep doing it.
Does it ever get hard to keep coming up with songs that sample other songs? I mean, I know all songs do it, but I'm just kind of curious since you've been running this show for so long.
Can I take this one?
Yeah.
So now that we're on our sixth season, we're definitely, I don't want to say scraping the bottom of the barrel because we still have a lot of incredible songs. And like you said, there's so many songs out there that sample other things. But the way we do our episodes is they're usually organized around some sort of overarching theme or category. So we have an Oscars episode that we do yearly, and we have a Halloween episode, and then we have not holiday or occasion themed episodes. So the tough part, I would say, more than finding the samples is finding the overarching theme for the episode or fitting samples that we really like into themed episodes. So some of them have been a little bit of a stretch, but in terms of content, I think that we could go for a few more seasons if we were going to still be at school.
I think we need 9 more seasons. I think you
9
guys should
more?
just keep going. Yes.
All right, sign us up. I'm with it.
Yeah. Speaking of, I mean, since you're all in your fourth year, have you thought about what you might want to do with the show after graduation? if it's gonna keep going. I don't know, like next steps.
Not really.
We spoke briefly about at least we want to do a yearly reunion stream of sorts. But we have some stuff cooking up for at least this summer and then the next few months. So there'll still be stuff to scrape out of this barrel for the time being.
That's great. And do you have a favorite episode that you've done, and why?
Oh shoot! I think I'll need some time to think about this. I think you guys can go first.
It's gotta be our first ever finale from our first semester doing it. So it's a show about sampling, but we like to think that we also push the boundaries of what you can do in a single Spirit live stream.
Right.
And so that first season, our finale, we had it ended in like a 10-minute long like short film.
I think it was 20.
It was 20.
I think
Whoa.
it felt like 20.
A lot of stuff went down. People died.
Oh.
There was lore, so go back and watch
That's
that.
mad lore.
Oh yeah, and we also did like a kind of like mini multicam stream with Discord and the Mac Mini where
That's sick.
Evan was like coming with me along like to find clues for like the best sample ever, and we were running around like
That's
the
so
entire
funny.
RCC with like a little Discord camera streaming to the Mac Mini, and it was kind of surreal. It was weird.
Yeah, long story short, I'm a cyborg now. If you want to know how that happened, you do have to go back and watch season 1, which
Yeah.
you can do on our YouTube channel.
Yeah,
I need like a
plug.
season
yes.
recap, so I don't have to. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'll
well, you
watch
can
all of
find them on.
Well,
Yeah,
you can find them on
fantastic.
YouTube, yeah.
Have you thought about your favorite episode and why?
Honestly, well, that one was pretty good, but
Yeah.
I think another one of my favorites was when we brought Willy Wonka onto the show.
Willy Wonka.
The Willy Wonka.
How'd
He
you
came all the
contact
way.
him?
He came all the way from the factory, and he was like, "I have some time," and he gifted us with chocolate, which we didn't eat in the studio for liability reasons. But we didn't pay. We didn't need to pay $50. But yeah, so he was just a blast to have on the show, and I think I look back on that episode and I think I just like remember I couldn't stop laughing, and it was such a good time.
He is so chill in person, and you wouldn't expect it when you see him on TV.
Especially after all the stuff with like Violet Beauregard and like all that kind of like, there's controversy around the chocolate factory and
Oh, big
the
controversy.
stuff that he had those children eat.
Oh, yeah.
and
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
But he's a really nice guy once you get to know him. So, that's all I can say about that.
Yeah.
Speaking of dream guest on your Spirit Live show,
We've
mean,
had
you've
a
had
lot
Willy
of our
Wonka,
dream guests.
Dream
like,
guest on my
so many
podcast.
like where else do you go from there?
Probably one of my exes. I think I have some meme from 3 years ago.
I know I was gonna make that joke, but I'm like, I don't know if they'll get it. But.
Well, we had Willy Wonka, we've had Nickelback, we've had Sonic the Hedgehog, we've had Bjork, we've had quite a few. We've had Ringo Starr on twice, actually.
Yeah.
Um,
Shout outs to
Guys,
Ringo.
my jaw's on the floor.
So honestly, a lot of my dreams have come true through, for example.
We'd love to get a staff member, I think.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
We've
I would
talked
love-
about this. I saw KevCon in there the other day, and I was like, how did they book him?
You need KevCon on your show. If he's listening, we need him. We're gonna play a quick game. We're gonna play Kiss, Marry, Kill. Okay.
Understandable.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna give you some options. So we're gonna start out with single cam, multicam, audio. I would love to hear your opinions
Okay.
and your hot takes.
I got mine.
Okay.
Kiss audio. It's a lot of fun, but I'm not that good at it. And marry single cam because I think that's my for lifer right there. That's my day one. And multicam, I'm sorry, I don't get you. So that's a kill from me.
That's fair.
Do you?
Yeah, I can go. I feel like I'm kind of our resident multicam person.
Yes, I agree.
But I'm sorry to Karen and Brian and all the good people there. I think it has to be killed out of those three. Because you can do multicam in single cam if you just
Yeah.
do it a couple times. You
That
know?
is true. That is true.
But I think that I would actually kiss single cam because I don't want the baggage that comes with being stuck with single cam. And
of
I would marry
paperwork.
audio. Yeah,
A lot of
Yeah.
paperwork.
a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
And marrying audio seems like it would be fun.
Yeah. I'm in a similar boat as Alex, but I think it's just because good audio makes every single cam better.
Agreed.
So
Guys, that's why we're all here.
Yeah.
Don't we all love audio so much?
Amen.
Yes.
We do.
Period.
We do.
Give it up for some audio.
I know.
Yay!
Okay, I got another one for you. Pro Tools, Premiere, Photoshop.
Oh my god.
Oh, can we kill anything that Adobe makes, please? Is that an
I
option?
love Adobe.
Can I also kill Pro Tools because Pro Tools is kind of evil?
That's kind of valid.
We agreed on killing all three.
I kill all three.
Like kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that an option?
Sure. I
Will
mean,
they get mad at us?
Let's make it. No, they're not going to get mad. Monica, you're not going to get mad, right? She's probably saying no in the control room.
Okay. Because I would also kill all three, but
Okay, we're just killing all three.
I do
Ruthless.
like Photoshop the most of those though.
Photoshop's awesome.
I'm a Photoshop guy. That's what I make our thumbnails in. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
without Photoshop, we wouldn't have 4 examples, so I might have to marry her.
yeah.
Photoshop.
Wow.
Is there a DAW that you like more than Pro Tools?
I use Logic.
Logic is good. I recently dabbled in Reaper,
Yeah.
as you know.
Same, me too.
As
me
you
too.
know.
Shout out RTA
Yes.
864.
Yes,
Best class ever.
But Reaper is just like it's like so intuitive. Like
Yeah.
I don't need to think. It's just like I want to do this, and then it does it for me, and I'm like, whoa.
No, I know it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying this. We love audio here.
Reaper.
Okay, I got one more quick one here.
Uh-huh.
1/4-inch adapters, XLR cables, pop filter.
Okay, now we're getting to the real meat and potatoes of it.
Let's
is
go
tough.
speed round.
All right.
Okay.
1/4-inch Mary XLR. No, sorry. XLR Mary 1/4-inch Kiss pop filter kill.
Boom.
Pop
Agreed.
Pop filter kiss. XLR Mary 1/4-inch kill.
I'm killing pop filter. I think I'm kissing the 1/4-inch. Guys, I
We
didn't
can share,
expect
it's
that,
okay.
but I think I'm kissing the 1/4-inch.
Let's
and
quote that. I
marrying-
think I'm kissing the
Yeah.
1/4-inch.
And who was the last one? The XLR cable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll marry an XLR.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being here, Maddie, Evan, and Alex. I mean, why don't you tell everybody where we can catch your show and when?
We love doing this.
Tuesdays at
At
4 p.m. is when
Woo.
we air.
Yes.
But you can find out more from us on our Instagram, which is
At FOREX.sample.
One more time. That's
at FOREX.sample.
They
and we have a
rehearsed
link
that.
tree in that bio as well, which is
linktr.ee/FOREX.sample.
Everybody,
linktr.ee/FOREX.sample.
There you go.
Period.
Woo!
Call and response. I love.
I think it's time we welcome another musical guest to the stage. Don't you? Please turn your attention and give a warm welcome to A Weekend at Ramona's.
How can I explain those problems when I know that you don't got them? What else can I do? I'm just a man. And I still see you every day. I choose to shouldn't, but I'll say I am in love with you because I can. But what can I believe in part to someone see this broken heart? I've never felt more warm in conversations. She's lightning, electricity, as simple as a switch can be. I've never seen a switch of this situation. Cause I see him walk out of his indie movie and ask the favorite guy why she didn't choose me. How am I in bed, but I'm still caught in the distance? And if I did you wrong, I was probably messing about pursuing fine on the night I was checking. How am I in bed, but I'm still caught in the distance? So we will take each other's hands. I like I'm your biggest fan, but why do I always find I am this way? Feeling those spectacles from taking off the overdose of love and patience, baby, I'm on this train. And we'll go back and forth exchanging our letters from the upper north, but why can't I just get to read them sooner? And I know that this will happen. I'll try my best to convince him, 'cause maybe we could be more simple to avoid these empty hours. 'Cause I see him walk out of his indie movie, and that's the favorite guy why she didn't choose me. Out of my bed, but I'm still caught in the distance. And if I did you wrong, I was probably messing up. I was doing fine on the night I was checking. How am I in bed, but I'm still caught in the distance. Yeah. walk out of the singing movie and ask my favorite guy what you did introduce me. How am I a man when I'm so lost in your Disney? And if I did you wrong, I was probably messing. If I was doing fine on the night I was checking, how am I in bed when I'm still caught in your Disney? So how can I explain those problems when I know that you don't got them? What else can I do? I'm just a man. Thank you. All right, this next one's called Dying to Meet You. I am dying to meet you, to know all your plans. I'm trying to see how I'll feel until I've been dying to see you, to be like a friend. I'm trying to see the way you can. No feeling, so unbothered, I get more annoyed. No meaning to any sentence that you've ever coined. But despite these things, I love you just. Say that I am dying to meet you, to know all your plans. I'm trying to see how I feel until I've been dying to see you, to be like your friend. I'm trying to see me the way you can. Then there's holding back on all your dreams. There's meaning in all the words that I like to slip between. But despite these things, I love this world we made. And although she thinks I try to make okay, I guess I'm trying to say that I am dying to meet you, to know all your plans. I'm trying to see how I feel until I've been dying to see you, to be like your friend. I'm trying to see how the way you can. Thank you. All right, guys. We have one more song left for you guys, and then we'll get out of here. Thank you so much for having us. We are Weekend at Ramona's. My name's Chris.
My name's Ben.
I'm Joyce.
And she's Angie.
that's
She doesn't
Angie.
have a mic, but she's Angie.
All right, this last song is called Marilyn. Take off, will I leave today? Hopefully she won't go away. She's beautiful, she's nice, you sympathetic eyes. Yeah, Marilyn, what you're doing just fine. Weather, yeah, it's cold. For we are feeling temperatures that overheat our bones. I know that you'll be not too far from me, but it's not you, changed me completely. Marilyn, oh Marilyn, you tell me that you have a wonderful life. And Marilyn, oh Marilyn, you'll always be a lovely mother, daughter, and wife. Now that life goes on, beautiful new children, family growing strong. But growing now, oh brother, now I'm a great grandfather. We may be late in age, but I feel younger than our daughter. Marilyn, oh Marilyn, you tell me that you have a wonderful life. And Marilyn, oh Marilyn, you'll always be a lovely mother, daughter, and wife. When I'm feeling tired, when I cannot sleep, your softest voice, you made my life complete. Over your horizon, trying to find that truth, knowing that our future is guided by our youth. Marilyn, oh Marilyn, you tell me that you have a wonderful life. And Marilyn, oh Marilyn, you'll always be a lovely mother, daughter, and wife. Marilyn, oh Marilyn, you tell me that you have a wonderful life. And Marilyn, oh Marilyn, you'll always be a lovely mother, daughter, and wife. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What an amazing performance from Weekend at Ramona's. Could you tell us where we could stream your music?
Absolutely. Oh, please.
You
Please.
can honestly stream our music anywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music. Yeah, everywhere. Just a Weekend at Ramona's. Yeah. Also, all social media, a Weekend at Ramona's as well.
I'm actually going to go off script for a second and say I'm organizing an event tomorrow night at TD Music Hall. It's a Battle of the Bands event, and if you like what you heard, consider coming out because they're performing. So at TM Musicians on Instagram, check it out. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Appreciate having
for
you.
having us. Thank you.
All right. For our next panel, we have double the trouble because we got two shows next to me here. We have the mixtapes and in theaters near you. Let's take a look at what they get up to.
My name is Keely.
And I'm Michael.
Who is that guy? That's not Elvis.
I don't know if you're doing okay. I think something's wrong with you.
I don't think he wants to just see candy with her.
Her name is Tutu.
Oh my gosh.
goody.
Fictional bears a Venn diagram coming to Blu-ray. A girl and a boy. Like that's all you need to know.
She
You just
has
need to-
everything she wants.
Yeah.
But there's only one problem.
In theaters near you.
part
The
to it.
brakes too soon.
Yeah.
You did not hit the brakes too soon.
I'm going to use the magic light box to call upon a carriage to bring me my feast.
I have made you guys mixtapes of our playlist today. Anyways, John Michael.
Well, my dog is dead, so
Oh.
he makes my favorite genre of music, sad, gay pop.
Have you ever wondered what songs would leave you on red? What are the best Glee covers? Or what songs would send a Victoria era child into a coma? Yeah, me neither. But the mixtapes answers questions like that every single week on their Spirit Live show. As for in theaters near you, they answer exactly that. What's playing in theaters near you? Along the way, giving you their expert opinions on topics ranging from, as you saw, fictional bears to Oscars hot takes, all the while giving praise to the many people involved in making these films. So joining me now, it's the mixtapes and in theaters near you. I'd love to once again maybe do some introductions. So we'll start here and go around the circle.
Okay, hi. My name is Kylie. I am the co-host of the mixtapes, co-producer as well. I don't know, it's just us two. And I also do the audio for the show as well, and all the graphics on Instagram.
Yes. My name's John Michael. I'm the other half of the mixtapes. I do all like the video stuff on our live shows and the occasional graphic.
Well, yes.
Hi guys, I'm Keely. I am a co-host and co-writer for In Theaters Near You.
And I'm Jess, and I am the audio lead as well as the social media manager for In Theaters Near You.
Yay! So my first question is, why did you decide to start your respective shows? We can start here and then maybe go there.
Okay, I decided, why am I saying I? We decided because low-key, like, I've heard about like the Spirit Live shows and stuff like that. I was like, oh Michael, please, we have to do this. And then, I don't know. My bad, I got distracted. Anyways, and then, I mean, you were pretty game for that, you know?
Yeah, well, Kylie and I have actually known each other since grade 5.
Oh, that's
and I think
true.
like one of the
Wait,
foundations
that's deep lore.
of our
That's crazy.
I feel like one of our first bonding moments on our friendship was us as 10-year-olds decide to start a podcast.
That's actually, yeah, deep lore.
It did not last very long.
No. John Michael likes to say that we started out as business partners before friends, so.
Yeah. So anyways, like, the mixtapes is a reboot of that.
Exactly.
Amazing. That's so sweet.
For us, we were bored in lecture. That's about it. We were at a lecture and we saw that the Spirit Live applications opened, and we just made a shared doc just for the fun, just for the funsies. And we ended up going really deep into the ideation of it. And we were like, well, hold on, this actually could be something really cool if we just kind of fleshed it out a bit more. And then, I don't know, everything just went from there. We got accepted, and then now we're 3 seasons in. So, yeah.
Was the concept kind of like clear for you at the beginning? Was it something that just kind of came to you, or did you?
We knew we wanted it to be about movies. And, you know, since we are media production students, we realized the importance of kind of shedding light on seeing something in a theater, because we feel like that is definitely dying. But I feel like our generation has the opportunity to kind of reboot that. And so, yeah, we wanted to just be kind of like a voice for the theater community.
I mean, no, she said it kind of perfectly. Like, we were bored in lecture, and I think the applications were about to close, like, the next day.
That's true.
That's true. So, and I think we submitted it that night. Yeah. And me, our technical producer, Millie, and then our producer at the time, Paige, the 3 of us knew we didn't want to host. Right. So Michael and Keely took on that role, and they're both also very well-versed in film in general. So we knew it was kind of a concept that would be good for us to do. And also just kind of a learning experience too, like getting the opportunity to go to a theater every week and really experience different like atmospheres.
I find it kind of interesting that you know, movies it's a very visual thing as much as it is like an oral experience. Has it been difficult for you to kind of make a podcast about film-based mediums?
No. I think, well, because our radio show does have a visual element, it's easy to play like video clips. So like in our weekly podcast, we'll always play the trailer and probably one scene from the movie that we want to highlight, or in that case, a diagram of fictional bears. Whatever the case may be, wherever we see fit, we do add a lot of visual elements, and then we just get to yap about it, and we love that.
We love that. Amazing. Okay, my next question is for everybody, obviously. What have you gotten out of Spirit Live, and how has it impacted your RTA career?
What haven't we gotten out of Spirit Live?
So true.
I don't know. I feel like it's such like a fun part. It's only half a semester, but that half of the semester is so fun.
It's the best part of my half a semester, gotta be honest.
Oh, I love that.
It's such a nice routine, especially for live shows. Is like we obviously do a lot of planning for our shows, but we go in for our hour, do our little thing, and then we leave, and it's like such a nice routine.
It is. It's very nice. And like I feel like before or like from last year and this year, it's kind of like what a lot of people know, at least like me, for. And so I mean, I think it's a pretty cool way to get your name out there, even if it's like, I don't know how many viewers you have because we don't get to see that, but like just knowing that maybe someone's listening is kind of nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
For us, I mean, at least I can speak for myself. I think if I had never done like the RTA 104 podcast that we all had to do in first year, I wouldn't have realized how much I love audio. I am someone who loves Pro Tools, which is controversial.
Me too.
I knew there was another one somewhere out there.
We're here.
So yeah, I love audio, and I think Spirit1 has helped me understand that I also really love live audio, and that kind of thrusted me into more of like a multicam scene too. So definitely just like getting to have a show and getting to kind of create my own thing for the radio station has just given me the independence to kind of try all the courses that I'm interested in here at RTA.
I mean, for me, for audio, like, I've kind of figured out where my strengths and weakness lie. I'm someone who's the opposite. Pro Tools, it gives me a headache. But since doing Spirit Live, I think my strengths definitely lie in live audio. And it's just a learning experience in general because something wrong is happening every week with either the computers.
I know what you mean.
The mixer. So it's kind of just like we learn how to think on our feet and just like solve problems for ourselves. Yeah. Obviously, we do need help along the way, but like it's good as just exposure to what like real life is going to be like because we're on our own in there. Like there's nothing to it. There's no help at our door.
Yeah.
So
live audio is so much fun. I did a bit of that before, and it's always like, which one of my mics are giving me feedback?
Yeah.
What's happening? It's a bit crazy, but it's fun.
It's so fun.
Okay, in the fall, you guys did my favorite sitcom trope of all time, which is the crossover episode with each other's shows.
The collab.
So how has that impacted you, like seeing each other's Spirit Live shows?
I mean, I've been a big fan of the mixtape since season 1. So a collab felt natural. After we decided that we were going to do season 2, I had just shot them a DM through our In Theaters Instagram account. At In Theaters Near You, give us a follow. Theater spelled the Canadian way.
You just commented on our post.
Oh, was it a comment?
Yeah.
Okay, I commented on their post and I was like, collab?
That's a power move, kind of.
And we were like, no way she's being serious. And then like first semester of second year, like Jess and I were in intermediate audio, and then she brought it up and I was like, Keely was being serious? Oh my God.
Serious, guys.
Fans.
Yes. Yeah, it was great. And since then we've gotten really, really close. And yeah, like Spirit Live is such an amazing community. There are so many amazing shows that are happening right now. And yeah, so I encourage everybody who has a show, like reach out to anyone else who also has a show. You guys can do a collab and kind of cross over your fan base, whatever the case may be. It's great. And also because we were able to kind of like cross over our themes as well.
Right.
So when they came, they did like a soundtrack based segment. Whoa. And then we went to theirs. We did it about Disney Channel original movie soundtracks.
That's so cool.
So yeah, we were able to kind of like mix everything.
Okay, that has me curious. What's your favorite soundtrack from a movie?
Like just in general?
In general.
Oh.
Number one. Oh.
Okay.
I asked that question.
And suddenly I forget every movie I've ever watched.
You're so real for that.
Oh, shoot. It has to be a musical. It's going to have to be a musical for me. La La Land?
Yeah.
Dare I say?
Maybe.
I love La La Land.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
maybe.
La La Land.
I kind of agree with Keely.
Yeah, it's perfect. Jazz. I know we love jazz over here. We love jazz.
Yep. Absolutely.
I have 2. Either Grease soundtrack, definitely, or Labyrinth.
I was named after Olivia Newton-John.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. That's it. Thank you for listening.
Well, I'm so honored to know that.
I'm honored to know that that's your favorite soundtrack.
Yeah. Or Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Which I've rediscovered my love for that movie.
That's
I love
wonderful.
that movie. It's beautiful.
John Michael.
Really can't think of anything. I'm a sucker for Mamma Mia, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're valid for
We
that.
love
Yeah.
Mamma Mia.
So
Okay.
that's my answer.
Sorry to cut you off. We're gonna play a quick Would You Rather. Okay. Spirit Live Show, hosted by Kevin and Finley, or Dr. Gary Gold and Karen, Prof. Karen Sebesta.
You're speaking to some audio concentration girls here. So, I mean, I can't speak for for everybody else, but I would say Kevin and Finley. The energy that they bring.
I honestly
so
have to
good.
agree. I think that would be so good.
Well, yes.
I'm going to second that. It's a hard decision, but I mean, we know and love Kevin and Finley from Intermediate Audio, and they always like bicker because Kevin's doing something on Pro Tools and being like, here's the shortcut for this. And Finley's like, Kevin, it's not time to show that yet. And so I feel like it would be great banter.
I would have to third that opinion, actually. That would be hilarious. Because just like you said, like seeing them interact in lecture, and especially like, I will never forget our music production assignment.
What happened?
They were cooking on Pro Tools, Finley Shreds, .wave.
No, literally,
that I think was the
Kevin
best
was like,
lecture of my life.
What should I name this track? And then Finley was like, just call it Finley Shreds. And I'm like, yes, put that on a
I'm
podcast.
convinced they already have a podcast somewhere, and we just don't know
If they're
about
listening,
it.
Finley and
Like, the
Kevin, make a
chemistry's too
podcast,
good.
please.
Please, we beg.
Make it about Pro Tools hacks, please.
I'm gonna be different and say
Oh,
Dr.
okay.
Gary Gould and Prof. Karen, just because I'm a single cam baddie, and also I would be so interested. Like, what would they talk about? What would their show be about?
I don't know, and that kind of scares me. What would it be about?
Exactly.
I don't know.
The world needs to know.
Well, okay, one last one. Would you rather have your show at 6 a.m. or 12 a.m.?
6 a.m.
Respect, me too.
I feel like I'm an early bird. If you give me something to do, I'll do it. And then I have the whole morning ahead of me.
Isn't
you know
that
what
the
I mean?
best? Isn't that the best?
Yes, it starts the day off right.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Wake up, the sun's shining.
Exactly.
The birds are chirping.
Little sunrise podcast. Get to
disagree.
walk home in the sun. Like, yeah.
I would have to go opposite of that. I'm kind of a night owl. I would definitely do a 12 a.m. show because also I feel
Yeah,
like
me
the
too.
nighttime vibes, like that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I also feel like more people are up like late at night and would be able to listen to it.
That's true.
Not that like anybody would
What
want
about
to
our
stay up,
6
but you
a.m.
know.
baddies?
Yeah.
So
We would
true.
be
I
there.
feel
We
like
would
the
be
biggest
listening.
radio
Who said I was a
shows start
6
at 6 a.m.
baddie?
Yeah.
Are you also 12 a.m.?
I am a 12 a.m.
Okay, we got
yeah.
3 against
You're
2.
3 against 1.
That's okay. We tried.
Our first season, our show was from 11 to 12, and even that I was like incoherent.
You literally were like, I'm never doing it this
Yeah.
early again.
Yeah. No, that was kind of the same with us because our Spirit Live show is normally Thursday, 5 to 6, but we had to switch it because of Spirit1.
Right.
So we started doing
Oops.
it Tuesday. It's okay. We
Sorry.
started doing it Tuesdays at 10 a.m. And
Beautiful.
it
Oh,
killed
great.
me.
So it's
It-
a happy ending.
Not for me.
Oh,
I hate getting up early.
for us.
For you guys.
We love that. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. Let's give it up again for our wonderful hosts.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Could you let everybody know when they can catch your shows? We kind of just talked about it, but
Thursdays, 5 to 6 p.m. on spiritlive.ca.
And then catch us, the mixtapes, Wednesday at 3 p.m.
To 4, and our Instagram. Check out our Instagram, the mixtapes.live.
Live.
yay! Let's give them another round of applause. Guys, second year seems to have a lot of talent. Not that I'm biased or anything. Our next musical act may not be a second year, but is certainly very talented. Please welcome Elise Jefford.
Take a minute, take a second, don't you sweat it and let it take up all your time. You're a believer that things are better, the grass is greener in another life on the other side, but it's overrated, complicated, it's an understatement, chasing when you got your whole damn life. To get you there, it's gonna take a while, and you're comparing, always caring about the wrong day. second, take a minute, 'cause it doesn't last. Gonna turn your back in 20 years' time and I wish you didn't rush your life. So don't go too fast, so don't go too fast, so don't go too fast, too fast. And you're anxious and you're scared. Fear is good, it means you care. And if you care enough, then you're going somewhere. And you may have heard it once or twice, but the journey's your entire life. So don't rush the pace and enjoy your place. 'Cause it's overrated, complicated, an understatement. Chasing when you got your whole damn life. To get you there is gonna take a while. And you're comparing, always caring about the wrong damn things. Wishing it was different, but you're living too fast. And take a second and take a minute, 'cause it doesn't last. Gonna turn your back in 20 years' time and I wish you didn't rush your life. So don't go too fast, so don't go too fast, so don't go too fast, too fast. So don't go too fast, so don't go too fast, so don't go too fast. Look back in 20 years' time. You don't want to rush your life. So don't go too fast, so don't go too fast, so don't go too fast, too fast. Okay, so the next song is a little bit slower. It's called Moon and Sun. Yeah. Slip through my hands on a random Sunday. Now I joke about I'm the one that got away. And my friends say he was a waste of time. Chase constellations with false promises, reading signs in the sky. If the stars could align, maybe I can change his mind. But pieces began to unpack, and those pieces fell through the cracks. Saw a reason to hate what he had. Took all my love, cured himself just to run. Our names are tied together, the strings so tight and tethered to knowing us as one. He the moon and I the sun, and not in the way that you'd want it to
So that one's originally like a 6-7 minute song, so we had to shorten it. The next song is called More Than Means. Is it good? Is it good? Okay, lovely. I'm sorry, I unwrapped it. Can I have the guitar, please? Thank you. All right. Yeah, this one is called. Did it get shorter on me? Yeah, it's whatever. It's great. It'll be okay. This one's called More Than Means. Don't play. Okay. We good. 3, 2, 1. We're just friends, there's not any feelings, he says to himself, but she's the one I call when something's wrong or I need help, and I'm not hopeless, I'm not hopelessly in love, but with all my reasons, she's the best one. If I could start all over, I'd do it all again. Switch the titles when you ask, because we're not just friends. Take another moment to consider what I've done instead of pushing you away and on to the next one. Oh, oh, oh. Sweep me off my feet, make my heartbeat beat, and touch me with that everlasting calming fragility. I'll take you out each night. Oh, my silence ain't what it seems, 'cause I want you in this life, and I need you more than means. I don't like him that much, she whispers to her friends, but when we gossip, they always wanna know where we stand. And I'm not hopeless, I'm not hopelessly obsessed, but with every second, the more he does, the worse it gets. Oh, oh. Sweep me off my feet, make my heartbeat beat, and touch me with that everlasting calming fragility. I'll take you out each night. Oh, my silence ain't what it seems, 'cause I want you in this life, and I need you more than sweep me off my feet, make my heartbeat beat, and touch me with that everlasting calming fragility. I'll take you out each night. Oh, my silence ain't what it seems, 'cause I want you in this life, and I need you more than means. Oh, 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 oh.
much, Elise Jefford. Would you guys be able to introduce yourselves?
Of course. I'm Elise Jefford.
I figured.
Hi, I'm Gabby.
Hi, I'm Chanel.
Yay. And where can we stream your music?
You can. I don't have it out.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
We've heard from 3 shows today on Spirit1, but there are so many others. Let's take a look at some of the other amazing radio shows and podcasts being made this year on Spirit Live.
Oh yes, technology, a bit nerdy, but also wow, this is kind of fabulous.
Fashion, art
exactly.
pop, technology.
This is what we're here to do, help you better understand Formula One, hopefully, and answer any questions you may have. Not to talk about Cars, my Halloween costume, but in the movie Cars.
I feel like we got to acknowledge what you're wearing just really quick.
Like, Charles, we're switching to Plan F, and it's like, there's no way you have actually that many plans, but
I guess I have kind of a North American understanding of cars.
Thank you for joining us on Chasing the Checkered Flag.
Season 2 of Genre Roulette. My name is Jada. I also have the wonderful Ramil.
Oh, hello.
The one and only.
The one and only.
Sophie.
Oh my God, your name? Oh, you're in the TV.
Adrian, I'm Adrian.
I'm so excited to sit in a sweaty room with you guys every week.
What is something you guys want to watch?
It's going to transition into Sophie's face.
No, get off of that. Fantasy. At least I didn't forget my headphones.
It's okay.
He said yes, and I was like, oh my god, the book is wrong. 3 hours later, I get a text that's like, never mind.
Of course, I'm in love with this man. He turns to me, he goes, he doesn't even say anything. He shakes his head.
It's really crazy that the first thing that comes into his mind is me.
It was his girlfriend of 2 years.
What?
He gave me this whole speech about our future.
You know, knowing the exact details of what every single thought they have about you is not in any way going to change the outcome.
Amazing. Well, that's pretty cool, right? You can learn more about these shows at spiritlive.ca, where you can watch them live or even catch pre-recorded podcast episodes. Fun fact, there were 29 live shows and 18 podcasts this semester at Spirit Live. And all of those shows have hosts, writers, audio techs, video switchers, producers, jugglers, clowns, actors. Who knows all the many people who have been working behind the scenes. Imagine how many RTA students have spent countless hours over the years in the Spirit Live control room and what they're doing now. If only there was a way to find out. Oh, they graduated, but they're back. Please welcome 4 RTA alumni, Nicolina Moscati, William Turgeon, Whitney Cunin, and Macy McLean. So I would love to maybe go around and do some introductions and maybe how you were involved with Spirit Live and what you're doing now.
I can start, sure. So I am Macy McLean. I am currently a community relations associate at the Children's Health Foundation in London, Ontario. So I work, or our charity, we fundraise for the local children's hospital. So in my role, I work a lot in the event industry, working with individuals, businesses in the community, and then I also get the fun job of pitching event ideas as well and seeing them come to life. It's a lot of fun, a little bit different than what I went to school for, but what brought me here and my connection to Spirit Live is I actually co-hosted and still do co-host and co-produce the Power in Heels podcast along with Whitney, who's joining me here today, which is super fun. But yeah, we started that in 2019 and it's still running today.
That's incredible. It's a success story for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Never ever thought it would still be on today, but yeah, we love it. It's incredible.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thanks.
We could go. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Will. I just graduated last year from media production. Right now I work at Radio Canada, which is French CBC. I'm on call as a board operator for the morning and afternoon shows. I also do freelance work in the audio post-production world for film, TV, what have you. I was in Spirit Live for pretty much my entire time in media production. I had 2 shows. In first year, I had a show called Guitar Boulevard, which was about guitars and stuff. And then third and fourth year, I hosted a show with one of my good friends, Lenny, who we did a show called Third Rotation where we played vinyl And to this day, I think we're one of the few that have actually figured out how to do it.
That's so cool.
That was fun.
Do you play guitar?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm Whitney. I still co-host and co-produce the Power and Heels podcast with Macy, which you've already heard about. And since I graduated, I've done a couple different things. I did a stint in local radio and then work at CBC in their news and sports departments. And now I'm a show producer at B&M Bloomberg, which is a financial news channel with Bell Media. So yeah, that's me.
Thank you. My name is Nicolina, and I was involved with Spirit Live all 4 years of my degree as well. I started in first year as a blog writer and as a producer for a radio show. And then in second year, I actually went on to start working at the station. So I worked as the community coordinator for 2 years. And then in my last year, I worked as the program director at the station. So yeah, I was involved with Spirit Life the whole time as well, and I loved it. And since graduating, I worked at the university for a little bit, helping teach like audio production classes. And then I worked at Bell Media, and now I work at Rogers, and I do social media for a bunch of different radio stations across Canada. And I also fill in as a board op on the morning show on CHFI with Pooja and Gurdeep.
That's so cool. It's great that you all are like still working in audio. I really love that. I would love to hear more about your favorite memory or moment that you're really fond of from your time at Spirit Live.
Okay, I'll go first. When I walked in, I haven't been to campus since I graduated back in 2023, so it's really
been weird.
Very nostalgic, I will say. But I think the biggest thing when I come into this space, I remember from Whitney and I and our time on Spirit Live was when we got to interview our one of our dream guests since the very beginning, Tessa Virtue. We actually did the interview here in the studio, so that was just really cool and something I will I'll never forget. And of course, too, that Power and Heels first went on air here in that studio just over there. So just very, very like reminiscing.
Right,
absolutely. For me, one of my favorites was with my show with my friend Lenny, Third Rotation. Every few weeks, we'd bring in someone who would perform live in studio, and so we had a local musician. His name was John Bora. He does sound at the Horseshoe, and he performed live, and we interviewed him, and it was just really fun to have him there because he's been in music for years and years. So like all the stories that he had opening for the Tragically Hip, for example, and stuff like that was really cool episode.
That's actually so cool. I don't want to backpack on Macy, but I kind of have to. Definitely, our dream guest and our dream episode was our Tessa Virtue episode, and being able to do it here where it all started was also very cool. I just remember specifically that we were so nervous to do it that I thought I was going to forget all the skills that I had learned, so I had one of the station managers come and reteach me how to use all the gear, even though I've been using it for 2 years at that point. I made him reteach me how to do everything, just in case I happened to forget in front of Tessa Virtue. But we didn't. It all worked out. But yeah, everybody here was super supportive of us and helpful and made sure that we got that episode done, and that was really, really great. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to steal that. Thanks. I have a lot, but I think one of them that stands out a lot to me because I was part of Spirit Live when we first had to adapt to like online broadcasting when COVID first started. Finally coming back in person after, not that COVID went away, but when it got better and we could come back in person to broadcast was so cool, so amazing. Because we had learned in the studios to do these live shows for me in first year, and then when COVID happened, we had to adapt to online broadcasting, which we did a great job of, I think, but just coming back in person and like finally getting to be in the studio again was amazing. So I really like that space. Is just such a great space, and I love being in it.
I remember the first time I like saw the studio space, I was like, what? They have that? That's so cool. So I definitely know what you mean. It's great to be here. I'm really curious. I would love to hear more about the Power and Heels journey, kind of. What was that like for you post-grad, like continuing the podcast?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Whitney, feel free to jump in. I don't know if we ever like planned to keep it going. It was just like, oh, okay, let's keep doing it. We love it. And a bit of a backstory to the Power and Heels podcast. It's all about interviewing influential women in various different careers. Obviously, when we first started out, our network was surrounded a lot by those in media and the media industry. But now it's grown from all different kinds of industries. But Whitney, I'll let you take it on.
Yeah, it really started as an almost selfish endeavor because we wanted to do a show, but we didn't know what to do it about. And then we were like, oh, why don't we just interview people that we think are inspiring and cool? It was just an excuse for us to start networking early.
That's really smart, actually.
And then when COVID hit, we had to go online. It was then that we actually changed it from a live radio show to a podcast. So that was where the Power and Heels podcast was really, really born. And then I don't really know if we ever had a real discussion about continuing it after school. We just kind of kept doing it. We just realized we had a bunch of people that we still wanted to talk to and then we hadn't gotten the chance to. So, the podcast kind of just lived on. The format has changed, obviously, since it was a radio show. Now we do different release schedule and everything. But it felt very natural just to keep doing it.
I guess my follow-up for Nicolina and Will then is, have you thought about doing a show after grad as well? Or was it kind of just like, oh, this was great. This is a great university experience, but I think I'm done. What was that kind of like for you?
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't really, so I guess in my journey at Spirit Live, I had produced a radio show in first year, and then I just started working at the station. So I actually didn't really get that same experience of having a show the rest of the years. I still loved working at the station and helping out all of the shows, but I definitely knew I wanted to keep being in the radio environment, at least in the studio. So I've been really lucky that I've been able to work on CHFI and come in for the morning show, because I never necessarily wanted to be a host or a spotlight person on the show, but I just liked being in the room and being in that energy. So I've been really lucky to keep doing that.
For me, having been as fortunate as I am to be working at CBC and producing radio shows and board hopping and stuff, that kind of scratches my itch for now. Right. So I'm kind of, I never really thought about doing a show after school was done, because I like the live aspect of it more than actually producing a show. Mm-hmm. And so, I like doing it live rather than editing a podcast.
Yeah, for sure. Live is so fun. I love live events. Okay, my next question. What are some key skills that you learned through working and or volunteering at Spirit Live, and how did that translate into success in your job?
I feel like there's so many. I think just thinking back to when Whitney and I first started the podcast too, obviously it was more radio show. So it was okay, you have to be in the studio at a certain time and you have to fill an hour, but you also have a bunch of courses and homework and things to manage too. So I'm sure all of us can attest to that. But, and then in the event space too, I'm juggling multiple different events at a time. It's not just one event. So I think that definitely helps, but I'll let the rest kind of jump in on that one.
Definitely planning shows. And having to juggle, like you mentioned, multiple tasks, schoolwork and extracurriculars, what have you, definitely helped, especially now at CBC, where I have to plan a show in the morning, and then we're on air, and the show's got to be ready for when we go on air in the afternoon. So you kind of have no option other than to just multitask and do a bunch of things at once. So, Spirit Live kind of helped me in a weird way. I never really thought of it, but it definitely helped a little bit in that sense.
Yeah, I would say actually it helped me get some of the jobs that I've gotten over time, because the skills that I learned here were ones that I put on my resume, were, for example, chase producing or lining up a show. Those are things that I put on my resume, which then in the interview process, people that were hiring me, they liked and they were really interested in it, that I could basically show that I've already done these things, that I have these skills. So that actually helped me a lot. And then I still use them today when I'm producing my shows for B&M Bloomberg. It's all about timing, and okay, we have, so many minutes left, but we're light in the show. We need to fill, all those minor skills that you don't think about. They actually come in really, really handy now. And when it comes to find the right guests to fill the shows that I work on now, and pre-interviewing even. Like, those are really important skills that I learned here that I use every single day at BNN as well. So.
Thanks. Yeah, I think there's so many. It's kind of hard to pick. One that comes to mind for my role when I started working as the community coordinator at the station was I created some of our social media pages, because at that point we weren't active on every social media platform. So I created those and started running those. And I kind of work mainly in social media now for radio. So that was really huge. And then just like producing a show and needing to know how all that equipment works and all of the technical elements of a live show have been super important. And even though the technology in that studio might not be the same as like CBC or any of our studios at Rogers, the concepts are the same. So even though the equipment, like we don't have iMedia picks and all of that, the nightmare that was. But yeah, it's definitely the same concepts still.
Right. Something that I always kind of think about, I mean, I'm in my second year, but it's like a looming threat post-grad. How did you find your current job, and what was that job search like for you?
Yeah, I kind of just fell into mine. I was very, very fortunate, and I understand how fortunate I am that I found my job fairly soon after I graduated. But yeah, I just had an old boss send me the job posting, and although it had nothing to do with media and the film world, it sounded interesting to me, so I just went for it, and here I am, still there 2 years later. So it's worked out. Yeah.
I just graduated last year, so I'm kind of still on the hunt for full time.
Right.
But for CBC, for this current position, I got also really lucky in that CBC, they were looking for, in the summer of 2023, I believe, they emailed Finley Braithwaite. My old boss at CBC emailed him, and she was like, hey, do you have a student who's bilingual who is good technically that you'd recommend? And Finley put my name through, and I was just like, oh, sweet. Like, this is such a cool job. And then I've just kind of held on to that connection for dear life until now. And yeah.
I'm gonna say something a little bit different, but I got started early because I was so afraid of the post-grad process. So right from my first semester here in the summer, I went back home and I just started going around to all the local radio stations, and I started shoving my resume in their face until eventually one of them hired me for the summer. And that was like my first actual real job. I did you know how the radio stations have those cars that drive around to all the events? That was me. I did that. And I learned a lot from it, but it was just from being really persistent and going and asking for work until eventually somebody gave it to me. And then from there, my actual post-grad job experience came from some of the profs here. I made connections with the profs, and then at CBC, I knew that they were looking for people for the upcoming games. That was the Tokyo Games at that point. And I kind of just started poking around until one of the profs gave me a contact for CBC, and then I incessantly emailed them until they eventually hired me to be a runner on their weekend show. So it was a long process, but it just has to do with starting early and being persistent, and then using the connections that I had, I think.
Yeah, I very much agree with the connections. I think in media and in radio especially, that's super important. I was lucky enough to do an internship at CHFI when I was in fourth year. And so through that, I ended up finishing my internship, and they didn't have a job that I could take. So then I went out and did, I guess, the same thing as Whitney, which was street team. I think that's a very common entry point for a lot of people who want to work in radio. But I did that for a bit, and then a year-ish later, my old boss from my internship reached out and said that they were putting a team together and that I should apply. So I think a lot of it is making the connections and maintaining them as well, because I stayed in touch that whole year. So yeah.
That definitely answers the question. No, I appreciate all those answers. Thank you. We actually have some questions submitted from our Instagram from people, so I'll read some of those out to you. The first one here is, what class did you find most relevant to your work?
Does anyone want to start?
I don't know. I took it for the first time last year. I think it might be running. I'm not sure. There's a class called Live Radio Broadcasting. If you can get into that, it's with Lori Beckstead was teaching it. I'm not sure if she still is. It was so good. It was such a good class. And yeah, a lot of what I do at CBC was totally like from that class, and vice versa. Like, it was just a really good point of entry for live radio.
I can go. It doesn't really apply to my current job, but I took the documentary filmmaking course, and it was in like the middle of the pandemic, so they had to restructure it a bit, and each student had to produce their own documentary. So we had to, write it, like think of the concept, edit it, all of these things that I really wasn't that great at doing, but I was forced to do it, and I think I was really proud of what I was able to accomplish, and it just showed that like if I needed to, I could create something myself.
Right. I took the multi-camera classes, basically every single one that I could, and because I love multi-camera, and then as you probably guess, it is very applicable to my job now because I work in the multi-cam environment and I do live shows every day, so those were great. And I also I jumped to the dark side for like one semester, and I did one sport media multi-cam class. Whoa. And that was really helpful as well because I wanted to take even more multi-cam, but there wasn't anything left to take. So taking their class also was kind of helpful. So. No, not saying jump to the dark side, but it helped me.
I think for me, radio, I think it was radio broadcasting. It wasn't the live one because we were COVID students, so I think that didn't end up happening. But radio broadcasting was a really great course, and intermediate audio production as well just taught me a lot about just foundations of like good audio and a lot of different, like the technical parts that we might not get to experience in that studio either.
Right. Okay, well, that's definitely noted, and I'm going to intend for all of those classes next year, so thank you. The next question is, what was your biggest challenge out of university into the entertainment industry?
Still looking, trying to find something. It's tough. Yeah. It's really tough, especially right now. It's a little, media in Canada is in a bit of a rough patch at the moment, but you just got to keep going, keep looking, and eventually something will come up. Something has to come up, Yeah. So yeah, don't give up, please.
Yeah, I would have to agree to that. And I think a common theme that has kind of come up is just the importance of connections and like your network. I still like to stay connected with the media film industry. So I've done a few on-camera crew work, but every job I've ever gotten in the industry is because I've known someone or someone has recommended me. So I think just keeping those connections, but it's definitely a challenge, like finding work just in general. I would love to get back into the industry one day, but it's tough. I understand that for sure.
Sorry, I forgot to give you the mic. I'll just go and I'll give it to you after. I have to agree with what both of them have said. I think I feel like I got really lucky and that the industry is definitely a hard one to get into. But yeah, like really connections and persistence are so important. And I think even if you do land a job that you like, there's, at least for me, like I really like just learning new stuff. And so even though I love what I do, I'm also still kind of interested in, maybe there's something else that I would like even more, or just other stuff that I haven't learned yet that I would like. So yeah, that's something that's like important to me, I guess, is to keep options open and keep trying other things at the same time. Like keep learning even when you do get a job.
That's actually a really good point. Yeah. I was going to say, when I graduated, I was so worried about getting full-time, and that didn't happen right off the bat because it's very, very hard in this industry to do. But the more that I worked in freelance, the more I started to love it because I realized it gave me the freedom as well. So I was able to work as many shifts as I want. I could pull doubles, I could do weekends, and I could work at more than one job at a time, which meant my career was kind of fast-tracked a bit. Right, because I'm gaining 10 times more knowledge because I'm doing 2 different jobs at the same time, and it is exhausting. I understand that. So take care of yourself, but at the same time, I don't regret the freelance thing because it helped me fast track my career. I got to learn a lot faster than if I had just been doing one job at a time. And the full-time will eventually come. But, if you're stuck in the freelance, maybe just, make the best of it and try to learn as much as you can while you have that opportunity to kind of jump around anyway.
Absolutely. I would love to open it up and maybe just take 1 or 2 questions from the room if anybody has any questions. Bueller? Or not. I could always ask one last one just to wrap up. We kind of touched on it earlier. What are the most common entry-level jobs in the audio industry? We talked about street team a little bit.
I definitely, that was my start in radio, was working on the street team for Virgin and for Chum. I liked doing it, and like Whitney said, that was kind of freelance also. It was just part-time. And I think I was really lucky to get to do that because I kind of put it out there that I was interested in more. Like, some of the people I worked with didn't really know what they wanted to do, but I was like, hi, you can, if you need extra help for literally anything, I will do it. So then I kind of like mentioned I was interested in board opping, and that's actually how I started doing that because they just needed some fill-in people. So yeah, I think street team or like promo team is definitely a common one for radio and worth it.
Cool.
I think I have a foot in the radio world, but I also have a foot in the audio post-production world. For audio post, I'll say like assisting anywhere that you can, going, even just shadowing sessions and getting connections with mixers, with sound designers, editors, etc. And then assisting, like organizing their files, doing whatever, like all the dirty work that they don't want to do, the stuff that's not very fun. That's a really common point of entry for like audio post world. Even music production is similar with that too. So yeah.
I think they said it best. I don't really have anything to add unless Whitney, you do.
The street team is great, in the audio world. If I want to speak to the TV world, it was being a runner. It's not very glamorous, but it's getting the coffee for people. You just be a runner or be a broadcast associate or a PA sometimes. It's being a runner, handing out the coffee, which is actually a great job because then you get to bother people and ask a bunch of questions about their jobs.
Oh, so true.
Which is very fun. Or, in the news environment, you're rolling the teleprompter and you get to sit in the control room and get to hear everything go down, and that's a great learning experience as well. So those are the ones I'd say, like PAs, prompter, and then street team.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time and for joining us today. Let's give them a round of applause. And it's sad. Whoa, saxophone? That's crazy. We are almost at the end of this year's Spirit1 show, and we've just seen some of RTA's talents in audio, but on Spirit Live, we're showcasing the wide variety of talents and creativity here at TMU. Thanks to, for example, the mixtapes in theaters near you, and once again to the RTA alumni for joining me. And we've got one last musical act for you. Live from the Allen Slate, please welcome Josh Price.
Let me sleep tonight on your couch. I remember the smell of the fabric of your simple city dress. Oh, that was so real. Oh, that was so real. Oh, that was so real. We walked around till the moon got full like a plate. The wind blew an invocation. I fell asleep at the gate.
got some more songs. Cause where we spend our time, and what we do, don't waste your time trying to find out why we're here. It's a sad fact we're here. Floating around in this music. If life is no purpose, what do we have to living each moment, the purpose will be there. Okay, we got two more, so stay seated, don't go anywhere. Okay, thank you. I pull out the stones from my pocket. unbalanced then like my brother does. And it feels like enough. It feels like enough. And even though I won't see the end of your love, I know it's there, and that's enough. And even though I might see the end of the road, I know it's there, and that's enough. And that's enough. Am I playing around? Is this all just a lie? Am I saying some lies that don't come from the heart? Am I saying yes when I really know? Am I putting it on? It's so part of the show. Am I selling a dream that doesn't even exist? Am I doing enough to repel to even though I won't see the end of the road, I know it's there. That's enough. Even though I might see the end of your love, I know it's there. That's enough. That's Hell yeah, baby. All right, we got one more song, but I'm gonna introduce everyone real quick. It's called Cloud Cover. To my right, we got Sam William Thomas on the bass. We got Hayden Stapleton on the saxophone. And we got James on the drums. James Weaver on the drums. Thank you guys for spending your Thursday evening here. I'm happy everyone came. Come outside. You take your time, darling. Wasted nights. You'll never find this again. And I don't know how to feel. 'Cause it's cold and you're not here. It's hard to talk. I waited around, but now you're gone. Holding on. this time, and I don't know how it feels to be alone without you near. But don't make me choose, 'cause I don't wanna lose you. Just 'cause I don't wanna choose you. Don't make me choose, 'cause I don't wanna lose you. Just can't be, 'cause I don't wanna choose. Yeah, I don't want. You're not what I need. So fucking hard. And race you succeed. You're everything I want. But you're not what I need. So fucking hard. And race you succeed. Go! Thanks a lot. Thank you all a lot. I appreciate it. It's nice to see everybody.
Josh Price, oh my gosh. And where can we stream your music?
Similar to Elise, nowhere at the moment. But follow Roger Center on Instagram, and you'll see news soon.
Amazing. Thank you.
We're on Sid's Room. Yeah, check out our Sid's Room.
Oh,
Shout
yeah,
out
true
Sid.
Sid's Room shout
Yeah.
out. Yo, that's
What's up?
awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right, well, guys, this is kind of it. Let's just give a huge thank you to all of our other musical performances that we've had this evening. We can have Ramona's, Vandals, and Elise Jefford. And please give some appreciation to the very dedicated crew who are also talented in audio, but who you didn't get to see here today. We've arrived at the end for Spirit Live. You know, Taylor Swift herself actually had a Spirit Live show. Don't fact check that at all. It's very true. And who wouldn't want to be a part of that greatness? I mean, who knows? Maybe one day some of you will have your very own Spirit Live show. Until next time, I've been your host, Olivia Presti, and this has been Spirit1. Good night, everybody.